jump. Climb out on the roof, just jump, motherfucker, you a lazy little shit. Why not jump and just fucking quit? It's your own fault, boy, you never did enough. And now you're gonna pay for the fucking shit you say. Victim blaming, mental shaming, always bitching cause I'm gaming. But this shit now I'm proclaiming, and I'm aiming for the house of lies that you built on the hill of the dagger that you staggered my ass with. Now you haggard, I'm so aggroed, call your fucking son a faggot. Why so ragged, you a maggot? See $1 and just grab it from the mouth of the starving reprobate. So much hate, bitch, I needed an escape from the rape of my sanity. Humanity is drained from my motherfucking corpse as I hit the fucking dirt. All the fucking hurt and the shit I can't recall dies with me. All the shame and the failure, I'm a terror. Fuck my mirror, time to fix this fucking error. Yeah, I'm the bearer of this shit, and I wear it on my wrist. Now it's time to cut it out and just grow the fuck up. In my mirror, it's a vision that I see of myself. Damn, I'm looking like my father, so why even bother? I'll die for my mother, so I'll never treat another the way that he fucked her. I'll break this damn cycle and jump, 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 motherfucker. Jump, 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 motherfucker, just jump. Jump, 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 motherfucker. Jump, 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 motherfucker. When there's evil in my heart and there's Satan in my veins, I'm insane. Best get stitches in my brain or a cane, cause I can't fucking stand on my own 2 feet. Defeat is my only fucking path. I'ma retreat, can't rest until my brain hits the concrete. Fuck you, I'm just tired of this deceit and these lies that you fucking spew, and the shit you put me through, and the shit you fucking do. But sometimes I just wonder if the shit you say is true. I'm just so damn rude and irresponsible to boot, and I'm the fucking reason mama's cutting her wrists up. And I just sleep too much, play too much, got some shit to say too much. Never clean my cage, I must. Such a fuss, boy don't cuss. I'ma fucking take your trust, give to God and make it rust. Time to bust, mustn't lust, gotta leave you in the dust. Live a life that's unjust, into hell you will be thrust. Satan is your just reward, you don't get a fucking sword. All of time you won't be bored, only flames, just rest assured. When my warnings you've ignored, you'll be punished by the Lord. Cast aside, you are abhorred, grace will never be restored. Jump, 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 motherfucker. Jump, 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 motherfucker, just jump. Jump, 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 motherfucker. Jump, 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 motherfucker, just jump. Jump, 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 motherfucker. Jump, 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 motherfucker, just jump. Jump, 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 motherfucker. Jump, 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 jump.
Yo, what up? Sorry, fuck. Alright, that's fine. I wasn't talking too long. We good. But yo, I was just saying, that's a dope song, yo. I know a lot of y'all probably haven't heard that version of it, because I don't really play that version of it as much. But it's a dope fucking song. That was the first version that I released. But the rock version that I usually play is actually the first version that Straight Up made. And he sent me that. And I originally didn't like it, but then later I liked the rock vibe later. But I still like the other one. I don't know. They're both good. But it's kind of interesting. I was listening because I normally don't listen to the music while it's playing at the beginning. I'm usually like running around doing something else before the stream starts. But today I just kind of like sat here and listened to the song while it was going. And it was kind of interesting because a lot of the fucking a lot of my own lyrics when I listen to them and re-listen to them can sometimes like take on new meaning. And it's interesting because I think it's part of the reason why I personally view music as its own communication style. I think you can use music and art and words and poetry and whatnot to express things that you can't express in other ways. Which is why I think if you look even at... Because even some of the stuff that I'm going to be releasing soon contains lyrics that I wrote a long time ago. And this was a song that I wrote like shortly before I came out. I may have finished it after I did. I can't remember. I think it was before. I really don't remember now, but it was around that time. I know I wrote at least the bulk of it before I came out. And if I like there's like symbolism in some of the shit that I say there. And there's stuff that's like more relevant now than I even realized it was then. I have a line about how I look in the mirror and see my father and I hate it and I want to die for my mother, so I never treat another like her. Like the way my father did, or the way my mother fucked. Dude, I can't remember. I can't even remember the exact lyrics, but whatever. I know the general message of sentiment of what I was saying, you know. It's like, yeah, I'll die for my mother, so I'll never treat another the way that he fucked her. I'll break this damn cycle and jump. See, that's the thing, yo. That I kind of realize now. I wasn't having suicidal thoughts when I wrote that song. It was more about suicidal thoughts from when I was younger. But I'm going to say this. I've always, for a very long portion of my life, felt like I was standing on a precipice, ready to jump. And part of the way I felt when I was writing that song was that I was taking an action towards jumping. And looking back now, all my life, there has been a precipice that I've needed to jump from. And it's not the one I thought it was. I thought, you know, I need to jump from life, right? I need to jump out of this life. I need to jump from a roof and end it. And that's how I felt when I was a teenager. Because I was so overwhelmed with, like, emotions and feelings that I couldn't deal with, that I couldn't fully understand, let alone communicate to the world, let alone even start to reconcile. And then there was all the other shit I was dealing with at the time, too. And, like, I wanted to jump, and a lot of my life has been trying to convince myself to, like, take the plunge, as unhealthy as that sounds. But for a long time, I wanted to jump. Like I said, I didn't know where from. And around the time that I was writing that song, I was kind of starting to understand I did need to jump. I needed to take the plunge. I needed to become who I am. I needed to be honest with myself. I didn't need to jump off a roof and get the fuck out of this life. I needed to jump into who I am. So that's why I kind of like that song. I like the line there where I said, I'll die for my mother, so I'll never treat another the way that he fucked her. I'll break this damn cycle and jump. So that line kind of takes on new meaning at this point, because at the time, the thought process was, if I just end myself, then I won't become my father. I won't continue the cycle. I won't be that person that I'm so afraid of becoming that I know I'm not. But now, I did break the cycle in a different way. I jumped in a different way. I became myself. And in a very big way, around the time when I made that song, Jae Darké did jump. Jae Darké is gone. Right? And I think he needed to be gone because he's not who I am. He never was who I am. Maybe that's why he was so fucking suicidal. And I'm saying these things like in a poetic sense. Like, I get it. Jae Darké was me. But in a very large way, he wasn't. He was an act. He was a character. He was a persona. He was what I felt I needed to be in order to be comfortable. And the sentiment of that song stays true. I did kill him. And I'm glad. Because otherwise I wouldn't be able to exist as I am today. And I plan to release more songs along the same lines, similar themes. Some of the songs that I'm working on do address my more suicidal nature back then. But now I view it all from a much different perspective. A much less self-loathing, torturous perspective, and a more evolutionary perspective. It was all part of the change, the journey to become who I am. But I think when I originally came out as trans, a large part of me still didn't become who I am. I know I suppressed a lot of who I am even still. I did. And there were many reasons for that. I was in a relationship that I felt I couldn't live without. I felt like if I lost the one thing that I thought gave me the strength to be who I was, that I might not have the strength to be that anymore. Because feeling accepted in that relationship did give me the courage and the strength at the time to admit who I was and not be afraid of like backlash or some kind of negative reaction. But that doesn't mean that I suddenly like completely started being true to myself 100%. I was a lot more true to myself than I had ever been before. And I viewed those like major strides that they were as like the end of the journey or close to it. And so I continued to be in that relationship, being partially the person that I was before. Because the person that I was before is the person that started that relationship. And the person that I was before was the person that the other person fell in love with. And I was different too when that began. And I think I didn't have different desires per se, but I had a different drive that I felt I needed to adhere to. And I've been having a lot of thoughts lately. A lot of complicated thoughts. I don't fully understand them 100%, but I'm going to try my best to lay this out and kind of explain where I'm coming from here. Because I've started to, like, view relationships a little differently. I'm still... See, here's the thing. I'm still attracted to girls, whatever that means. People would ask me that after I came out. They're like, well, are you still attracted to girls? And I was like, yes. Yeah, I mean, I am. So I guess I'm gay. But I didn't really fully feel gay. I think a large part of that is because the relationship I was in at the time was not a gay relationship. It wasn't a lesbian relationship. It didn't begin as one. And so, like, because of that, it never really became one and never really felt like one. It was still a pretty similar dynamic from the beginning on. Like, the dynamic in the relationship didn't really change. And I'm not even saying it necessarily needed to. And, like, I am fully, and I appreciate the fact that, you know, in that relationship, I wasn't really treated any differently. I mean, I think it's good to treat people the same regardless of their gender, obviously. But does that mean that being, you know, viewed and now again, I'm not saying I was like misgendered or anything. In the contrary, I was absolutely viewed as a woman in that relationship. However, again, it's more of a situation where, you know, the person treats men and women pretty much the same and doesn't really have like and again, that's a good thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying the thing that like kind of made it not great, at least looking in retrospect, is the fact that it's not what I needed. And I think it brings me to like my broader point that I don't think I really and I guess this is kind of obvious, like I don't identify with straight relationships. And that's the thing, because again, people always ask me, are you still into girls, as if it meant nothing had changed, but something has changed. I like girls, but I don't feel like I like girls in the way that most guys like girls or are meant to like girls. The best way I can describe it is that the way I like girls is, I like girls in a gay way. And again, I mean, I am a girl, but for a lot of people, and for myself included, as someone who's transitioning to being a female, biologically, or um it feels kind of weird. Part of me feels like, oh yeah, nothing's changed. I've always been attracted to girls. But now that I'm single and exploring these things more and exploring these ideas in myself more, and I'm not just going along with the relationship that I was already in the ways that I already did, and I still do want to like stress it was a pretty like gender neutral relationship all around. I mean, in fact, I was pretty much the housewife from the beginning, and my ex was the breadwinner. Like that was our dynamic back when I was a male. So I'm not even saying that like in that way the relationship wasn't giving me what I needed, because actually that was kind of like I that something about that felt more natural to me, being like, oh yeah, I clean. I'm not great at cooking. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I really want to get good at cooking, but whatever. I was getting better at cooking. Okay, whatever. I'm still getting better. I am getting better. I am. But like cleaning. Doing the laundry. Fucking doing all that shit. Keeping the house tidy. Taking out the trash. All the lovely shit that comes along with living in in a house. The house shit, yo. I like. I don't have a problem doing that. I don't necessarily like it, but I don't have a problem. Yeah, dishes, yo, is something that like. Okay, I have really bad PTSD. Like I've been diagnosed with complex PTSD, and part of the shit that gave me PTSD was just like my upbringing and living in like a hellish house growing up, and dishes have always been a trigger. But over the last few years, I've actually gotten really good at doing dishes, and I'm like, I actually almost enjoy doing dishes now. It's like, holy fucking shit. I turn around something that used to give me major anxiety attacks, and like now it doesn't make me want to kill myself in Minecraft. Anyway, I got off on a tangent. My point, all right. My point is that I'm starting to view my own sexuality differently than I did before. Differently than I think I ever could have, while remaining in a relationship that started out as a straight relationship. I do think there's a difference between straight relationships and gay relationships. I do. There's different dynamics there. Whether it's a straight male-female relationship, whether it's a gay male-male relationship, or whether it's a lesbian female-female relationship. There are there's differences there, and I do and part of the thing that's kind of made me realize this a little bit, or it's a thought that was in my mind before this, but I kind of like. So for the last few days, y'all know, breakups are hard. And sometimes you gotta listen to something that you can just vibe to and be sad and have the emotions that you know you're going to have. Allow yourself to have them, and, try to deal with them in as healthy way as possible. So when I do that, when I need to do that, I listen to music. I love music. Music makes me feel things. It helps me get through so much fucking shit. Just being able to feel, listen to music that is cathartic to the emotions that I feel currently. Like, oh, nothing is fucking more helpful in like dealing with like sorrow. Although I have been known to overdo it and overindulge and take it to the point of wallowing. And you can't allow yourself to do that. But you do need to feel emotions, all right? You do need to let yourself feel the emotions. And sometimes you do need to just cry it out. And I've done that a little bit. But I started to notice, like, a lot of the music, a lot of, like, especially, like, love songs or heartbreak songs that I used to really be into, I didn't really feel like I related to them anymore. And honestly, in a lot of ways, I was just tired of listening to love songs about straight couples. I was tired of it. All right. I'm just like, yeah, okay. So hearing some dude be like, oh yeah, my girl, I miss my girl, you know, whatever. Like, oh, like it's or some girl being like, oh my god, I loved him so much. He was so amazing. I'm just, oh my god, where are the gay bitches? And so, well, I sought out gay music. I sought out lesbian music, and I've discovered some artists lately that I really fucking love and really vibe with, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, why didn't I find these people sooner? Because in fact, and as I kind of suspected I would, not only do to these uh I relate to these songs better than I could relate to other love songs about straight couples now. I think I relate to them better than I have to any fucking love songs ever or songs about relationships ever. Um, like holy fucking shit. Listening to fucking lesbian music as like kind of like opened my eyes in a way. I'm like, oh my god, no, like this is what this is like how I felt all these years, and like this is what I can kind of relate to a lot better. Now, again, there's always an element of being a lesbian that I will never understand. At least not as well as cis girls can understand it. Which is the forbidden nature of, I'm not supposed to feel this way about girls. Why do I feel this way about girls? I mean, I can kind of more understand that now, because I think there's like a social expectation for me to like, oh yeah, you're into guys now, right? And guys assume I'm going to be into them. And um you know, there's also the societal expectations from, I guess, not most people that understand transness are not this shitty, but like you got the turfs, you got the fucking conservative assholes who are like, what, you're trans but you're a lesbian? Aren't you just a straight man then who wants to fuck himself? Like, that's the really uncharitable view of it. And I'll be honest, a part of me a part of me had the urge to like rebel against that almost, but now I'm just like, no, I'm not letting that get in my fucking head. I know who I am. I know what I like. I like girls. I am a girl. I like girls. That's it. That's me. That's who I am. If you don't like it, fuck off. All right? I'm a girl who likes girls. And that's different from being a guy who likes girls, which is what I was socialized to be. It is. It's inherently different. Being a straight male and being a trans lesbian are two different things. They are two different experiences. I may still have a penis. I may still be able to fuck women, at least for now. I don't know what's going to happen as I transition, but as currently, right, as I'm saying this, like, there are a lot of ways in which my relationship with another woman might resemble a straight male's relationship with a woman, but they're not the same. They're just really fucking not on a lot of levels. And I think the more important thing is like more on like an emotional level, and like just in a lot of ways. And I said the other week that like I'm feeling really positive, and I am on and off. I have my negative days. I have my shitty, moments, and like I said, breakups are hard. But I think I did mean it when I said I'm excited to get back out there again, and part of it is I'm excited to date as a lesbian for the first time. It's kind of scary, but I think it's going to be fun and an interesting experience, and I'm excited to date girls that I know I have more in common with. Girls who like girls who like femininity, and that alone is gonna be a far improvement from where I was before. But I also think it's gonna help relate easier in relationships, right? Because I think it's always better when like both people are on the same page. It just is. And if one person is attracted to something else, but they're like, okay, well, you're still this, you still have this appendage, so it's fine. Like this can still work, sort of thing. It's not the same as someone who like looks at someone and is like, oh, I'm attracted to that. So with all that being said, in case people didn't get the idea of the title and the thumbnail that I added later, so it might not be updated everywhere, but I added the lesbian flag over myself because I guess this is me not really coming out as a lesbian because I've identified as a lesbian since I came out as trans, but it's me recontextualizing my sexuality. And I will say this. I've also kind of come to the realization that I think I identify more as a lesbian than I do as a trans woman. At least on principle. Now, in my day-to-day life, yeah, I'm a trans woman, and it's a hard thing to ignore on a lot of fucking levels. I am painfully aware of the fact that I am a trans woman. But I believe that, like, trans woman describes what I am, not who I am. I think who I am, regardless of what body, what shell I'm in, is more aptly described by the word lesbian, the label, if you will, lesbian. Now, that doesn't mean lesbian is my identity, but it does mean it's part of it. And I think that's an important thing to recognize and to be honest with yourself about. And to have pride for. Hells yeah. I am a lesbian, and that's okay. There are going to be people, again, there's going to be the uncharitable people who go, oh, yeah, like the fact that you're trans and then you're also like, oh, but I'm still attracted to girls makes them think like, oh, like that makes you less of a woman somehow. That makes you less trans. I view it completely differently. I view it as, again, a lot of trans people do take the philosophy of, I was always the gender that I identify as now. I just didn't realize it. And I do believe that that's true to an extent. There was always a part of me that knew who I am. And again, maybe, I don't know, maybe this is why a lot of my relationship attempts have failed in the past. I mean, it's definitely not the only reason, but I do, looking back, I can see how maybe I wasn't as compatible with a lot of the women I've been with before, and I think that makes sense, because the women I've been with before were looking for a man, and I wasn't one. And so even if, like, everything about me they're able to love and be like, oh, like, you know, I still love you for who you are, they still want a man, and I'm still not one. And I think that applies even to my relationships before I came out. There was always like an inherent incompatibility, because at the end of the day, I'm not a man and I'm not straight. And all of my relationships up until now have been me going into them as a straight male. So, I don't know. I'm curious to see, you know, how it's maybe different. I don't expect it to be that different. I mean, people are people. And I do think, like, gender is not the most important thing about a person. Although I am very I prefer to present very femme, and I am attracted. I'm very femme attracted. So that's also going to be interesting because yeah, I'm basically like what they call a lipstick lesbian. I mean, most trans, see, here's the thing though, a lot of trans women tend to go in that direction anyway, of like, oh, I'm gonna be super femme because, you know, it's their chance to finally express something about themselves that they've never been able to express before. And there's also the expectations of society that do add factors to that, like, you know, there are people who are going to be like, oh, like, you're calling yourself a woman, but you don't even try to pass. So a lot of us feel the need to, like, overpass or, like, you know, make it not overpass, but, like, pass and dress in a way that, like, makes it more than clear. I am a girl. I am a girl. I do this. I do this, by the way. When I go outside, I want it to be clear. Anyone who looks at my face and, like, can maybe see the masculine features beneath my makeup, like, which, here, just so y'all can see. It's not that bad, but it's also the lighting and the camera kind of like goes, like, makes my makeup almost transparent. Like, if I look in the mirror right now, I look way better than this, but the lighting of the camera, I blame the camera, all right? I blame the lighting. I fucking fully, yeah, okay? Fuck off. Everyone knows I use filters. I don't hide that. If anyone thinks I don't use filters, I use filters, all right? I have dysphoria. I'm not going to apologize. I'm also not going to lie about it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Actually, what was my point? Yeah. Oh, my point was, yeah, when I go out, you know, like I said, I feel pretty decently confident in my makeup. Yeah, if I, by the way, here's like a better, like, lighting filter that probably looks a little more accurate to how I look with your naked eye. The naked camera is not the naked eye, all right? Yeah. Fully. Anyway, my point is, I do kind of have that urge to, like, overemphasize. I am femme. I am a female. Don't call me he. Fuck you. Don't call me sir. Like, if you... Dude, I fucking hate it, too. I hate being called sir in a place, and I'm just like... I am not an SJW. I am not a woke scold. I'm not a woke scold. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I will take my change. All right. Bye. Have a great fucking day. What? You don't get, like, do I have to wear a sign that says woman? Do I have to wear, like, she, her pronoun, a tag that says, hi, my pronouns are she, her. Fuck you. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it is frustrating. It is fucking frustrating. So, yeah, I already act super femme and dress super femme, but I think I'm the kind of girl that even if I was cis, I would probably do that anyway. Or I would have at least gone through a phase of that when I was younger. I probably also would have gone through a goth phase. Wait, is this my goth phase? Oh my God. I didn't mean for the hair to go this dark, all right? It was supposed to be like a metallic pinkish red sort of thing. Whatever. I probably left the dye in too long. Maybe it's my own fault. Maybe it's also because I never bleach my hair because I'm terrified of bleaching my hair. And I don't know how. But yeah, I don't know. I do want to bleach my hair at some point because as much as I don't want to be a pink-haired keyboard warrior, I do kind of want the look of pink hair or purple. I kind of want to try those. Yeah. SJW hair, yo. Anyway, lighting is an art form. Yeah, it is. I need better lighting because I don't. This is my lighting. All right, this lamp right here. Okay, and I guess I could turn on like the light, that light, but it still would not be very good lighting. I'm gonna sneak some of these because I'm getting hungry, but I'm not quite ready to end yet. So. No, this is not going to be a mukbang channel. Fuck anyone who says that. God damn. I put too many in my mouth. That's what she said. Sorry, was feeling snacky, yo. Actually, feeling kind of hungry. I'll end this in maybe like 20 minutes, and then I'll go get something to eat. I was hangry, yo. I was hangry, yo. I was fucking hangry. What do y'all want? All right. That was me taking a break. Yeah, any gross people out there that desperately want to watch me mukbang, no thank you. Or whatever the fuck, dude. I don't like eating on stream. I don't like eating in front of people. I mean, I don't like eating in general. I have an eating disorder, which is a problem, but anyway. My point is, overall, to get back to this, all right, we did our tangent. All right, we're back. Okay. My point overall is I know who I am. And again, I'm only trans because I was born in the body I was. But I'd be a lesbian either way. So, hell yeah. Oh, you gotta update your Twitter in the description at some point. Do I thought I did. Wait. Oh, I did on the... Okay, wait. I was editing my last stream, and I did it there. I didn't do it in the upload defaults. Yes, we changed the Twitter. It is now at Lady Hopium. Yeah, I still have the same name on Twitter, but my at handle is now Lady Hopium. Hells yeah. So yeah, yo. Yeah, this is now a lesbian channel, all right? This is now a fucking lesbian channel. We got gay vibes. I like the new name more. Hell yeah, dude. Lady Hopium. It's fucking dope, yo. It's a good name. Who was it? Blaine Hoover came up with that. She called me Lady Hopium, and I was like, oh! I was like, yes! Yes! Lady Hopium forever. I want that on my tombstone, yo. Here lies Lady Hopium. I want that everywhere. I want that to be my license plate. It's gonna say Lady Hopium, and I'm just yeah, hell's yeah. How about Lady Hopium's Hopium Den? Nah, that's too long. I mean, the show can still be called the Hopium Den, but the channel is Lady Hopium. I owe Blaine a quarter. Yeah, yo, you owe her a quarter. I don't know why, but you do. Everyone owes Blaine a round of applause. She's not here right now, but she fucking based as fuck came up with it. And Annie deserves a round of applause for making this fucking overlay that I'm using, because this is also sexy as fuck. Dude, right in time to rebrand the channel, yo. Right in fucking time. And yeah, see, it just says Hopium, so it doesn't say the Hopium Den, doesn't say Lady Hopium. It's perfect, yo. Darké Corruptions was too close to Paul's hopeless ethos, I guess. Yeah, Darké Corruptions kind of encapsulates the philosophy I had going into my channel like a year and a half ago, which was corruption is everywhere. Everything is corrupt. You can't avoid corruption. We all engage in corruption. But we gotta call it out. Like, I don't even know what my broader point was. I really didn't have a broader point other than just, I'm gonna call out corruption. Okay, well, I still call out corruption, but now I feel like I have more of a point to what I'm saying. I'm trying to call out corruption, but also frame things in a way that are more hopeful and not just so doomer. Like, my point back then was everything is corrupt, so fuck it all, you know? It's just all, it's all stupid, it's all pointless, we're all fucked no matter what. Now my point is more like, there's corruption, but we gotta call it out. We gotta fight back. We gotta keep fighting back against it. Otherwise, it will overtake us and we won't be able to fucking stop it. But it's important to fight back against these things. It's absolutely, it's important to, rather than just call things out and be like, this is bad, be like, here's why it's bad, and here's why we need to fight against it. And here's some of the solutions, I have no patience for Paul's nonsense. We're about to get a $3.5 trillion government stimulus that will improve the lives of many people. Yeah, look, there's good shit that happens. There's bad shit that happens. I believe in giving credit where credit is due and calling out what needs to be called out. But through all of that, I believe in having hope. Because I do believe that hopeless people tend to be far more ineffective. When you think there's no possible outcome, no positive outcome possible, you are inherently going to act in more counterproductive ways. Because, I mean, you pretty much view it as a lost cause anyway, right? Doesn't matter how you act. But if you actually believe that there could be a better future, if you actually believe in the possibility of creating something better, finding hope, finding whatever it is you're looking for in life, finding happiness, if you believe those things are possible, you're more likely to do actions that lead you to achieving those things. Because you believe that there's a path to get there, right? If you don't believe there's any path, you're not going to try. You might like, try a little bit, like, whatever, I'll spout some rhetoric that's, pro ideas that I wish would happen, but I don't think it's actually going to happen. yeah, you're less likely to actually engage in productive ways. You're more likely to just bitch and moan and get mad. There's no such thing as a lost cause. If it was worth fighting for then, it's worth fighting for now. Exactly. Exactly. Again, like, I don't know how much I have to emphasize this idea. There were people during slave times that said this is a lost cause. Why are we fighting for this? We've always been slaves. We're always going to be slaves. Slavery ended. There were people during segregation that thought, it's always been like this. As long as I can remember, it's not going to change. I'd like it to get better. I'll call out racism because it's bad, but it's not going to change. Whatever. I'm not going to go march. I'm not going to go, fight my local politicians or whatever. I'm not going to go stand with the picket lines. It's not going to work. It worked. Great change is possible. We are capable of achieving it. We're not always going to achieve it. It's not always going to go our way, but we should always fucking try. And I think that's a very fucking important philosophy to have. Especially if you want to get anything fucking done. So yeah, that in and of itself is why I think Hopium is a far better brand than just some fucking like vague calling out of corruption and being like, yeah, it's all corrupt. A light shining in the darkness. Hell yeah. That's what we need, yo. There's so much darkness. There's so much sadness and depression and people feeling like shit. There's so much bullshit. Why am I going to add to it? Why am I going to fucking Why am I going to make people feel more depressed and more hopeless? I'm done feeling hopeless. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want it in my life. Being hopeless leads me to taking bad actions, negative actions, all right, that do not help me or my life. If I die fighting in vain for something that I hope for that doesn't end up coming to fruition, at least I know that I fought for something worth fighting for. I'd rather die trying than live complacent and just allow things to get worse. I mean, there's a pretty decent market for positivity streamers. I haven't seen many. Aside from me, like Demon Mama, and I've been watching a lot of Demon Mama lately. She's been pretty fucking based. There's not a lot of positivity streamers. There's like the shallow positivity streamers that people just like, hi, good vibes, love and respect and ooh woo, yay, we're all happy here. Let's never talk about anything negative. Oh no, transphobic people, let's not respond to that. Let's not watch those videos. Oh, racist people or conservative. No, let's not look at that stuff. That's all negative. We're all super positive over here, guys. We love everybody and there's never any conflict and no, there's gonna be conflict and we're gonna talk about negative shit. It's not always gonna be shit's not always fucking perfect, all right? It never is. It's never gonna be. It's never gonna be fucking perfect. God damn it, did my mic cut out again? Wait, no. Okay. OBS just froze. Whatever. That's fine. um. Yeah, I don't see many other positivity streamers, okay? Like, again, besides me and Demon Mama, like, Vosh was the closest thing to that for the longest time. And I don't think Vosh even goes as far down the Hopium well as he probably should. I think he even tends to, like, he's not a doomer by any means, don't get me wrong there, but he also, like, he doesn't push the importance of hope and positivity and optimism the way Demon Mama does, and I think that's very important. The high-end streamers are positivity streamers like Markiplier or yeah, no, okay. Sure, Markiplier is a pretty positive person, but that's more of like a gaming environment, and yeah, there's not really much like in the way of politics there. A lot of political, especially lefty political shit, is pretty fucking doomer. Even if it is, again, the kind of shit that Vosh covers, or even like Kyle Kalinske or someone like that. They might not outright be being doomers, but a lot of the things that they talk about are really depressing, and they don't. I feel like they don't take the time to like re-inject some hope into people while they're doomer pilling them. I'm not saying Vosh doesn't do a good job on this. Yeah, he does. In fact, Vosh was kind of a big influence for me becoming more hopeful and, becoming more positive. Paul's resentment of Vosh's popularity will always warm my heart. Yeah, okay. I'm not look, I still got my issues with Paul, but I'm not trying to start more beef, all right? I'll have my disagreements and I'll air them, but I'm also trying to not make it not every stream needs to be about Paul, all right? But yeah, we need more positivity, guys. We need more hope. It's very important just for people's personal lives. I really do. Like, we have an anxiety-ridden generation, guys. Like, depression and anxiety are at an all-time fucking high. They are. They're fucking everywhere. Not everyone, but a lot of people are depressed. A lot of people are anxious. And one of the reasons why a lot of people are so depressed is because they don't have hope. And now, having clinical depression, by the way, actively saps away your ability to be hopeful. It doesn't make it impossible by any means, but it makes it extremely fucking hard. And so, as someone who has clinical depression, who has come out of being very, very depressed, and goddamn, I've spent many years of my life. On disability and barely able to leave my fucking house due to the anxiety and depression and shit that I experienced. So yeah, I know all about this shit. I do. And I get why a lot of people fucking are depressed and anxious and can't get out of it. My anxiety is still fucking really bad some days. And having dysphoria and that kind of adds on to it. You thought this was the Paul complaint line? Yeah, no, that's that's another channel you must be thinking of. It's hard when our entire lives are planned out since birth, getting schooling as early as possible, studying for state tests and SATs, trying to get into a good school, trying to career, job, kids, etc. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure put on people. And I think people like a lot of people don't really have like the time to just breathe and just live and be like, okay, I'm just gonna live life right now and not worry about what society is expecting of me. And that's part of the reason I advocate for socialism, by the way, because I do think it'll give a lot of people, if we had a way better system in a lot of ways, even just social democracy, going closer in that direction, it would give so many people so much more time to just breathe and just live and not be stressed. Because I do think stress like kills. It destroys lives. Also, young men avoid sex out of anxiety and fear of rejection. Some women do too. True. Also, here's something else. Yeah, a lot of young men avoid sex out of fear of, and not just men, but anyone with a penis can experience this. Avoiding sex because of fear of disappointing their partner. I've done that. I've done that out of relationships and in relationships where I kind of just like, there's like this performance anxiety shit where it's like, oh my God, what if I'm not good enough? What if I ruin the mood? What if she realizes I'm not actually good at this and I suck and she doesn't want me anymore? You know? But there's a huge issue when it comes to not just sexual education, but people being able to talk about sex and being able to like get on the same page with their partner and, being able to hear each other and see each other and be like, what is our, what ways are we compatible in? What are our wants? What are our needs? How do we fulfill each other? And that's another thing I do think, again, if people had just more time to breathe, people would be able to figure those things out. But instead, like, for most people, it's like, oh, okay, here's like, here's fuck night once a week, where we got like an hour or whatever, or a couple hours. Like, okay, you gotta make it good, Gotta make it good. You don't have the time to explore sexuality with your partner. It's so important, by the way. It really is. It's important, like, because if you're a dude, by the way, that's worried about, oh my God, how do I please this woman? What if I'm bad? Oh my God, what if she laughs at me? What if I come too quickly? What if this? What if that? All you gotta do, and it can be hard depending on your partner and how receptive they are, but if you can both do this, all it really takes is sitting down and talking and being like, where are we at? And this goes for both sides, for anybody. Talk to your partner about what makes them come. Talk to them about it, Figure that shit out. What do they enjoy? It's uncomfortable conversations for a lot of people, especially like for new couples and shit, or, but like, it's important. Have those conversations, because as anxious as you feel, the other person probably has some anxiety too. And at the end of the day, both people want it to be good. So if you can both do the work to make it good and figure out what will make it good and do those things, you'll have a better experience, and it won't be as scary. Just a little tip I wish I had listened to more in my life. People don't understand how important it is to talk about sex in a relationship. In fact, I think talking about sex is just as important as having sex. Because if you're not talking about it, not talking about what people want, what each other wants, what you need, you know, figuring out if you're both feeling fulfilled and happy and any given day, you know, like that shit's important. If you feel like you're not fucking enough, tell your partner and be like, yo, like, I think you know, we don't have sex enough, yo. I miss it, you know. I love you. You're my partner. You know, I want to be close to you in that way, you know. I think it's good. Avoiding sex/dating is easier for most. Is it, though? Is being miserable easier than being happy? See, I really do think a lot of people get to it. Like, it feels easier. It seems easier in the moment. But that's because you don't have hope. This is the problem when people don't have hope. And this is why, like, inceldom is so dangerous, because it teaches guys to not have hope and to be like, oh, like, no woman will ever love me. No, you can be loved. You just have to, like, you have to put yourself out there, and you have to be willing to grow as a person. You have to be willing to be honest with yourself and be honest with any potential partner. One of the things, like, I try to just be an honest, authentic person wherever I can, because I think those things are extremely valuable. And so I make an effort to just be real. If I'm going to talk to someone, I'm going to be real. If I am talking to someone I just met on, like, a dating app or whatever, and I'm like trying to strike up a conversation, and, like, I can see they're maybe receptive to something I'm passionate about, I'll go on an impassioned fucking speech. I'll do that. I'll say, fuck yeah, you know? Or if I'm talking to someone in person, even I just met, and I'm just like, oh, you like this thing? Well, here's why I think this is really important, actually, and here's something I talk about a lot, you know? Be yourself. Talk about what makes you excited, because most people will see that in you and be like, oh shit, this person is real. They're passionate. They have passions. Even if they don't understand those passions and they're not on board, or they don't share them, they'll see that genuine authenticity in you, that you're actually, like, you actually got a fucking brain in your head, right? I think people get too fucking nervous trying to figure out what's the right thing to say. How long do you wait before responding? And by the way, I do this too. I still do this. I'm actively working against it, but I still even notice myself doing it a little bit day to day, and be like, God damn it. No, I need to stop. Like, I'm like, okay, oh, should I say this? Oh no, it's dumb. Oh, like whatever. No, say what you want to say. Learn that people are just people, all right? I think this is the most important fucking thing. And that, like, I started realizing this a while back, and it was part of what helped me deconstruct the ideas of gender, which was whether someone is a male or a female, a lot of the times they have the same experiences, the same wants, the same needs, the same desires, a lot of shit, okay? There is a lot that is similar. Humans in general share more similarities than dissimilarities, okay? That is a fact. Other people have just as much anxiety as you do. Other people are just as afraid of entering a relationship as you are, okay? And if you recognize this, okay, whether you're swiping on Tinder or going to a bar, right, or whatever, or a club or whatever, the other person probably has just as much anxiety as you do. So if you can exhibit more confidence than that person does, that automatically puts you at an advantage. I'm going to say that again, all right? For all the single people in the chat, because y'all need to hear this. If you are in an interaction with another person, odds are they're just as anxious about it as you are, especially if it's like a dating situation that you're both new to. Odds are both people are at least a little bit nervous in some fucking way, especially if there's sparks, all right? If you can exhibit more confidence than the other person, you are automatically put at an advantage because that person views you as being more sure of yourself in the exchange, and they will automatically be like, oh shit, like I'm they'll like internalize the idea that they are the nervous one in the situation and you have the more confidence, and they will start to try to impress you, even if it's just like in a small way. Like that, yeah, that is a thing. And whether you're straight, gay, whatever, okay? If you can do that, if you can just go into exchanges with confidence, you've just turned it into a competition, lol. Well, look, if you have to view it as a competition to make it easier and make it less scary, do that. I'm not saying view it as like a game. You know, it's not a game. Don't trivialize it. But if you've got to be like, if you got to hype yourself up and be like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna show that I'm the one that's more confident here. Yep, I'm gonna win this game of confidence. If that helps you, while still being respectful, of course, and you know, treating them like a human being, absolutely do that. Because if you could view it that way and be like, no, I'm gonna win the confidence game. What are you losing? You're being confident. You are exhibiting confidence to a person that you like, that you have a crush on, that you want to vibe with, you want to talk to, whatever. That's only good for you. If it is a competition, it's not really one that has a negative outcome. I mean, unless it, you know, unless the other person ends up being at a complete disadvantage socially and, you know, they end up just going along with whatever you say. You got to strike a balance. And you don't want to, like, dominate the person socially. Although, see, if you're exhibiting confidence, though, and you're exhibiting, like, positive vibes towards the other person and making it clear, even in subtle ways, that you're interested, you're going to give them more confidence. And I think, honestly, part of the thing that's made me realize this is, yeah, talking to lesbians. Because I started to realize, wait, we're both women. We're pretty much on an even playing field here. I mean, unless one of us is, like, significantly hotter than the other, it's pretty much a fucking even playing field. And I mean, whatever. I know I'm going to be at a disadvantage there. That's fine. But it made me realize, so because I'm on more of an even playing field, I was able to, like, notice more when, like, people that I was talking to, when they were being more confident and when it was making me want to impress them more. And so I started to do it more, and I noticed an inverse start to happen with some other people where it's like, oh, okay, now I'm the one exhibiting the confidence. And so I'm noticing the other person, since I'm taking the lead, they're trying to keep up. And maybe impress isn't the right word, but they want to, like, you know, yeah, I think they do. When the other person is confident, the person that's less confident does want to impress them more. And confidence is an impressive trait, and it can incite a desire to impress. So you're seeing the other person, they're confident, you want to show them that you're confident too, and that, you know, it literally can feed into, if you have enough confidence and don't overdo it. Don't make yourself seem unattainable, but just make yourself seem unapologetically authentic and like you're just gonna be you and you don't care, sort of thing. And you're gonna talk about what interests you, and you're gonna, you know, try to drive the conversation and try to, you know, if you can do that, you're going to give the other person, you're gonna make the other person be more want to be more confident, and then when you give them the positive reinforcement of again, like hinting attraction or you know, vibing with something they're saying, complimenting them, you know, laughing at their jokes or whatever, it makes them more confident because now they see you are a confident person that is investing time and energy and positive energy back into them. So now they want to be confident back, and they feel more confident. They feel like they can be. Again, I know this because I've been experiencing it, and it's something I picked up on in myself. I was like, oh shit, this person is confident, and I want to impress them, and I'm like, oh, and they're also giving me positive reinforcement, so I feel more confident. So I'm being more confident, and now I'm kind of like, if I talk to someone, and it's not always, you know, it can be harder with some people than others, but I try to be confident, be myself, put myself out there, you know, be authentic. I'm not trying to play games. This is what I've always hated about dating, is playing games. I don't play games. I don't do the, I don't do the like, oh, let's like play mind games with this person to see how they really feel, or let's try to make this person want me by these means or that means or whatever. No, what I do, what I've always, the thing I've always cared for, and I've not been as good at doing until lately, is I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be unapologetically me. I'm gonna be the version of, and I'm going to exhibit, it's good to exhibit the best, it's good to exhibit the best traits of yourself. Maybe not version, like the best, yeah. Be the best version of yourself that you know attracts other people. If you haven't discovered this about yourself yet, then that takes personal growth and better socialization. You need to be around people that value you socially. You do. And if you don't have people like that in your life on any level, you need to be seeking that out before seeking out a relationship. Absolutely. You cannot have a relationship be your only source of positive socialization or positive reinforcement or whatever. You need socialization outside of that in order to help yourself grow, and also so that you're not relying on the relationship as being your only source of socialization and companionship. So make friends, find a friend group, find people to hang out with and to be around, and you know, find people that value you. And learn what they value in you, and learn how to use that in order to market yourself. But friends are gay? No. Friendship is a beautiful fucking thing. All right, I know it gets memed about, gets joked. Oh, friendship is magic, lol. Oh yeah, all the animes like Yu-Gi-Oh and shit like that, and like One Piece or whatever, the fucking secret Pokemon, the deep down meaning is friendship. It was all about friendship all along. But guys, friendship is so damn important. I'll be honest, there's nothing in my life that I've envied more than a good group of friends that can just hang out and chill. Like, hey, y'all want to go to the movies? Y'all want to go to the bar? Y'all want to go fucking chill at someone's house and smoke some fucking weed? You know? And don't tell me a lot of y'all haven't, like, you know, watched TV or like gone on social media and seen people that have this and been jealous and be like, ugh, I want this. I want a group of people that I can feel close to, that I can, you know, that I can share my fucking life with. Like, we all need that. We all need people. No, you're not muted, dude. I just don't read every little thing in the chat every fucking time, okay? We can chill, all right? You don't have to ask if you're muted every time I don't read your comment. It's a pain women don't seem to want to socialize or try much. The single ones. What? Women don't seem to want to socialize or try much? No. No. Men do that too. In fact, I think men do that more. What do you think the incel community is, dude? I mean, confidence is important, but you still have to back it up. Sure, but that's why you learn to build skills that you can back up your confidence with. Learn social skills, learn to be a better person, grow, evolve, become better. We're always growing and evolving. You can always be better. And if you think that you don't have anything to back up confidence, then go grow something. Go put energy and time into that, because that's what's important, especially if you want to live a happy life, if you want friends and a partner. Like, you're gonna have to learn these things. Someone in the chat said, fuck, I missed this thing in the chat that I actually wanted to respond to. I guess it's all to do with how marketable you are. No, that's the thing. Look, it's not how marketable you are, it's how you market yourself, okay? There is value in every fucking human being. There is. Some people are farther along than others, but we all have amazing potential. Maybe not unlimited, but we all have a great amount of potential. The key is to find what you have potential in, grow in those areas, and just grow in all the general areas. Like, again, just social skills. Learn to be more charismatic. Learn to be around people more. Learn to talk to people. Learn the art of conversation. Have conversations with people. You know, explore yourself. Explore your own ideas, your belief systems, who you are, what you believe. Question yourself. Learn to be true to yourself. Again, there's a lot of people that live their lives not being their true, fullest, authentic selves. And I'm not just talking about closeted trans people, all right? Finding yourself and finally being authentic with yourself isn't just limited to, oh, I realized I'm trans now, okay? There's a lot about myself that I'm way more honest internally about. There's a lot that I've come to realize about myself that is so fucking important that I did not understand about myself before. So I think we can all find areas to grow, and we should. Question yourself. Challenge yourself. Ask yourself. See, this is the thing that I realized. One of the things that I started doing that sent me down this path of finding myself was, I'm going to ask myself the uncomfortable questions that I've gone through my entire life unwilling to answer. In my own head, internally, all right? There are things that I have avoided intellectually. There are things that I've been I've done mental gymnastics over to ignore, And for a long time, there's still things I do that with. I know there is. Question yourself. Deconstruct who you are and why you are who you are, especially if you're not happy with who you are. I think it's so important to explore yourself and figure yourself out, especially, again, if you want to become a person that people are going to want to be around. If you're not being your truest self, that means you don't truly love yourself. And if you don't truly love yourself, then how the fuck is anybody else going to love you? That's another big piece of the puzzle. You need to learn to appreciate yourself and love yourself and be okay with yourself. I think so many people just refuse to like themselves. Yeah, that is true. That's why a lot of us, again, we tend to hate traits in others that mirror ones we view in ourselves and dislike in ourselves. It's called the shadow self. We view others as our shadow, and we hate it. We want to attack it. We want to destroy it. Because we're, at the end of the day, way too uncharitable with ourselves. And that's why I preach charitability. Again, not just for yourself, but fuck, did that freeze again? Whatever. Yeah, that's why I talk about charitability. Because we need to be charitable. Being charitable starts with being charitable with yourself. Understanding yourself, understanding why you do the things you do. Understand why you hate the things about yourself that you hate about yourself. That will go such a long way towards understanding yourself. And yeah, be charitable about those things. Don't go the other way and be a victim and make excuses for yourself. If you've done something inexcusable, admit it. Admit your mistakes. Work to better yourself from them. Work to learn from them. But never beat yourself up over them. Never view yourself as irredeemable. Because that's how you end up viewing others the same. You have to love yourself so that you can love others, so that you can be a positive force in the universe and in society. What's your Hogwarts house? Yo, Slytherin. I am unapologetically a Slytherin. Although I don't think that's antithetical to my Hopium message, by the way, or my positivity, or takes about kindness and love and caring or any of that. I'm a Slytherin mostly because I think for myself, and I don't I don't like. I'm not arrogant enough to be a Gryffindor. I'm not intellectual enough to be a Ravenclaw. I might be a Hufflepuff, but I've always chosen to identify more with Slytherin because, yeah, I believe Slytherins think for themselves, tend to want to fight for what they believe is right. They can be misguided. A lot of the ones portrayed in the books are misguided, but Slytherin was never meant to be an inherently negative house. Although I will say I'm not a huge fan of J.K. Rowling these days. I still can appreciate the universe she created. I still appreciate the art there. I I'll say this, I don't support her anymore, and I'm not going to support her anymore. Luckily, I own already all of the media of hers that I would ever want to return to. I don't know how I feel about returning to it these days. I might. I don't know. But, yeah, fuck J.K. Rowling. Fucking turf. I'm a 3-house split. Damn. Yeah, see, if I'm a split, then I'm a split between Slytherin and Hufflepuff. I just never want to be that annoying, ultra-cocky dude that refuses to admit the most mild of faults, so I'd rather do the opposite extreme. See, that's the problem. Your problem is taking an extreme. Extremism, by the way, in any area is bad, all right? Everything needs to be taken in moderation, including hope, right? I always tell people, don't overdose on hopium, all right? We need to be hopeful, but you can't be so blinded by hope and optimism and positivity that you're not pragmatic and you're not realistic. So by the same token, when it comes to being charitable with yourself, again, you have to be charitable with yourself, not make excuses for yourself and victimize yourself. Don't self-victimize. But you can be charitable. You can love yourself. You can understand yourself. And part of it is, and this is why I'm more for charitability than self-victimization, because self-victimization puts you on a different level from the rest of society. Self-victimization says, I'm either above or below everybody because I either am so special because of what I've gone through, or I'm so victimized because of what I've gone through. Charitability, in my mind, works a little bit differently. Charitability involves being charitable in general, not just to yourself, but adopting a charitable mindset towards humanity in general. Being charitable to yourself means being charitable to others. Because it's the first step anyway in being charitable to others. Or you can do it in the other way around and be like, okay, well, I care about others and I empathize with others, and you know, I love other people and I care about what their issue, what their what they're going through, and I don't want others to be in pain. And so by the same token, if you're someone that doesn't like seeing others in pain, you don't want to hurt others, why would you want to do that to yourself? Why are you okay with engaging in ways of thinking that are hurtful and harmful to yourself and put yourself in pain? And by the same token, if you want to be charitable to yourself and understanding to yourself and can say, why am I going to be why am I going to have negative assumptions towards myself? Why am I going to be uncharitable towards myself? Why am I going to assume the worst of myself when I know that that's not my intention? I know that, I'm not an evil person, right? I know that I'm going through what I'm going through, and it can be tough, but, so then you have that mentality, and you're like, well, with other people then, why would I want to be in pain? Why would I want to put other people in pain if I don't want to be in pain myself? Again, you have to tie this to the golden rule. You have to. You have to tie it to do unto others. If you're going to be charitable with yourself, you have to do it unto others. That, I believe, is what keeps you from self-victimization. Because if you're now charitable with yourself and others, now, rather than saying, oh, well, I'm the victim, this person is victimizing me, you're far more likely to say, well, hang on a minute. I feel like a victim in this case. But I can also see why this other person might feel like a victim too. I can see why the circumstances that led this other person to where they're at and led me to where I'm at, they're both reasonable. They're both understandable. Understanding that in general, we are people. We're people. We're going through similar shit, similar experiences. None of us is on a higher pedestal or a lower one than any other inherently. Maybe due to certain outcomes and outside factors, sure. But on a basic level, when it comes to us as humans, as the human species, we're all just people. We're all going through shit. And this is something else that might kind of help in achieving this way of thinking. I hate this whole good person, bad person thing. It's so annoying. No, it is. But that is how we can tend to think about ourselves in the moment. So I'm going to use language that I think is relatable and understandable to the points I'm trying to get across, right? I'm not saying that what you think about yourself makes you a good or bad person, but you think I'm a bad person, you know, I'm whatever. I'm a bad person because I feel like this. I'm a bad person because I want this thing. And then you end up ascribing that same uncharitability to others and saying, well, they're a bad person because they want that thing too, or they actually do that thing that I want to do, and that they're fucking bad, and fuck everybody who, yeah, you know. But when we can relate with each other and try to understand where another person is coming from, if you can view people as like try to imagine, like, the fact is, if you were to take like 100 people at random, 100 people, all right, some of them rich, some of them poor, some of them CEOs, some of them politicians, some of them construction workers, took 100 of those people, put them all on a deserted island with nothing, or in an empty room. Those hierarchies that put those people at a different statuses, those all go away immediately. So when you think of it that way, why do we have so much anxiety about what another walking, breathing, barely conscious bag of meat on this planet thinks about us? Why does it get to us so much? I mean, it has evolutionary and social utility, I suppose. But we overdo it. We let it control us. We let it fucking, like, dominate our every thought. Oh my god, what if I do this? They're gonna think this of me. They're gonna, oh, no one's gonna like me. Oh, fuck, shit. Like, oh, I said that. I looked like an idiot. Oh, fuck. People are gonna know. People are gonna hate me. Fuck. Like, and there is social utility in being liked, sure. But getting that way makes us more anxious and, in the end of the day, less likely to be liked. Yeah, what up, Elena Fox? Welcome. Hells yeah. I was gonna give an example. I forgot the example that was in my head. Maybe experiencing rejection over and over is the best way to stop being so afraid of it. No, genuinely it is. Yeah. The more you experience rejection, the more you realize it's just a thing. It's just rejection. It's okay. You wanted something, you didn't get it. How much shit, think of it this way. How much shit in life do you want that you already don't get? Because that's all rejection is. You not getting something that you want. Think of all the things that you don't get because you stay silent and never ask for them. Now think of the fact that what if you could go back in your life and everything you ever wanted that you didn't ask for, you now asked for it? Would you have gotten everything you wanted? No. But you would have gotten more. Right? That's why it really is true. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And at the end of your life, you are going to regret the things that you didn't do more than the things that you failed at. That's why these cliches are so prevalent. That's why they're cliches, because they're true. Rejection, it sucks. And I've dealt with a crippling fear of rejection for a long ass time. But at the end of the day, rejection is basically one bag of meat asking another bag of meat for something, and the other one says no, and doesn't happen. So the first bag of meat didn't get the thing it wanted. Bags of meat, yo. Yeah, that's what we are. Yeah. One person asking another person. No one's inherently better than us. No one's inherently worse than us. That's why I don't like elitist attitudes. I don't like people who are snobs. Because you don't deserve to view yourself that way. You don't deserve to put yourself up on that pedestal. You're not better than anyone. And in fact, the fact that you think you are makes you a little bit worse. We're all on the same team. We're all part of the same species. We're all playing the same game. And we all have the same vaguely similar human experience. Being human sucks. Being conscious sucks. It involves a lot of pain and a lot of confusing thoughts and feelings and emotions that, quite frankly, I don't think our bodies are equipped to handle. I think our brains have evolved a little faster than our bodies can keep up with. And we're kind of at the point now where a lot of us are just way too in our own heads. And again, I do it too. I'm in my own head all the fucking time. But it helps to take a step back every once in a while. Remember that cute girl that you really want to talk to. She's a person too. She has insecurities as well. And she might just be just as afraid to talk to you as you are to her. So take a chance. Try to be confident. Again, if you're confident, you will if you're more confident than the other person, you will put yourself at an advantage in the exchange, and you will also be lifting that other person up and making them feel more confident the more positive reinforcement you give them. So, rather than viewing yourself as worthless and not worthy of, anything, Rather than shitting on yourself, be charitable with yourself. Find reasons to value yourself. Find the value. If you haven't found the value in yourself yet, I'm sorry, dude. You shouldn't be dating. You're not ready for it. If you still think that you're just a valueless person, you're not. Go find yourself. Go travel. Go, I don't know. Go just move somewhere differently for a while, or just find something new. Just explore the world. Meet people. Meet people. That's the number one, is just meet new people. Go out there and live life. Again, find people that value you, because that is how you will learn to value yourself. I'll be honest. I can engage in a lot of self-loathing sometimes, and sometimes I do. It kind of helps sometimes when, I come online and I either talk to my friends who can be encouraging, or I do one of these streams and, people in the audience are like, wow, you're really smart, Jamie. Or like, wow, you're really talented. Or, oh, wow, that was a really good rant, or this or that. Or, it can kind of boost your ego. And oh, yeah, I am good at something. I do have value. But again, I'm not just saying everyone needs to go become a YouTuber. Again, when I'm talking to my friends, sometimes, one of my friends will be like, oh, yeah, that video you did was really good. Or that thing you said was really smart, or this or that. And I'll be like, yeah, I do have value. You don't want to let yourself get a big head about these things, but especially when you lack value in yourself, it's very extremely important to be around other people that value you. And that's why friends that don't value you are not friends. They're not good friends. They're not worth keeping around. Get rid of them. I spent time, especially in high school, I spent so much fucking time around people that didn't fucking value me in the slightest. But I was desperate for companionship, people to be around. It's not healthy. Find better people. And again, if all else fails and you can't find better people, find yourself. Then try again. It's so very fucking important. Being outcast historically was death, so yeah, it's basically hard genetic coding. Yeah. It makes sense why people have so much anxiety when it comes to pissing off or upsetting other people. But that's the thing. You got to remember, is your behavior even worth being outcast over? Are your beliefs worth being outcast over? I mean, if they are, maybe examine them. Hey, I'll be perfectly fucking honest. Back when I was an anti-SJW channel, part of me knew that my content was shameful and not okay, because I didn't want people to find my channel. I didn't want people in my real life to see my videos. I was nervous of anyone seeing what my political opinions were. And hey, if you have political opinions that you're not all that proud of, and or just positions in general that you're just not proud of, maybe ask yourself why. Ask yourself why you hold those positions, and if they're even still worth holding on to. If they're even part of your fucking value system. Because again, if you internally are ashamed of your own belief system, maybe there's something wrong there. Maybe you internally don't value those things, and you need to reevaluate and figure out what your fucking values actually are. Because the anti-SJW, alt-right adjacent conservative meme community, whatnot, all of that bullshit, even when I flirted with it for a time, that wasn't who I was. That was something I maybe convinced I agreed with, but I wasn't that. I knew I wasn't that because I felt secretly ashamed of a lot of my positions when it came to like feminism and shit. But I would still rant and rave and do my shit. Because I didn't, and the same thing happened with me with Christianity, by the way. Part of me didn't believe it, and part of me thought it was stupid, but I didn't question it. I couldn't bring myself to question it. So yeah, if you have beliefs that if you have beliefs that you're like, oh, I don't know if I want my neighbors or potential partners or whatever to see this right off the bat, maybe if I ease them into it, even that mentality is like, well, why are you scared of someone knowing the real you? Either someone's going to love you for who you are or they're not. Either someone's going to value you for who you are or they're not. Painting an inauthentic picture of yourself in order to attract someone to you so that they will maybe like you later if they have more context of the things they might not like. No, just be you. Find you and be you. That's the other thing. I think a lot of people, like, the message of just be yourself gets pushed a lot in like pop culture. But not the message of finding yourself, which is almost more important because you need to find yourself before you can be yourself, all right? A lot of people say, oh, well, just be yourself. Just be yourself. I'm sorry, a lot of people don't know what that is. I didn't know what that was for a long-ass fucking time. I didn't. So I had to find myself. Finding yourself, it's the first step. Everybody needs to take that step. Everybody needs to take that journey of self-discovery. It's so damn important. It must have really hurt when Paul told you that your channel is trash when it's something you're clearly really passionate about. That's like if one of my favorite drummers just told me I should give up. Yeah, I can feel that. No, it did suck. Yeah. And I've been honest about that. I almost felt ashamed for a while that was even the case, that I felt that shitty. I was like, oh, you idiot. You let Paul get to you. You care what someone thinks. What an idiot. But then I was like, wow, I'm being uncharitable with myself. Yeah, I do care what someone thinks because I'm a human being. Okay? That's the other thing. You can try to work towards not giving a shit as much about what people think, but you cannot beat yourself up when you do end up giving a shit. All right? You gotta be understanding with yourself. Otherwise, you're just gonna cycle again. I enjoy your channel and I'm typically pretty critical. Well, that's dope, yo. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad that I'm glad people are down with the messaging I've been pushing lately, because I know a lot of the people that used to watch me would probably just view it as like, oh, this is gay. Oh, what's this gay shit? In fact, I've had old viewers show up to my channel and be like, ugh, this channel's gay now. Like, but I'm glad people are vibing. I am. Because I know a lot of people are really resistant to this way of thinking and this type of content. But yeah, yo, yeah, it hurt. But you know what? I dealt with it. I felt the feelings of hurt, and I got over them. And now I'm like, you know what? And because here's the thing. Yeah, Paul said my channel was shit. He said I was garbage. And that got to me for a while, but I had to remind myself that there's a reason that I keep doing this. And I didn't need Paul's approval before in order to do this. The thing that kept me doing this is the fact that people enjoy it. The fact that people keep coming back. I don't have amazing numbers. I don't grow like crazy. I'm trying. Like and share, guys. Remember to share. But people still come back. And people have told me that I'm really talented and that they think I have a lot of potential. And I know I have a lot of potential. So I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep doing what I do. I'm not going to beat up on myself. I'm not going to, view myself as worthless just because one person said it. And by the way, Paul, that was why, by the way, here's another thing. It was actually really nice on the same note. It was in the same way it was really shitty when Paul shat on my channel. It was also really nice when during our conversation last night, was it? Or was it the night before? The other night, whenever it was. Our conversation the other night, that he complimented my rap. That Paul was actually like, you know what, you actually have a future, or you actually have promise in a rap career. You have a future as a rapper. And he was like, yeah, you should focus more on that. I was like, damn, yo. Because, I mean, a compliment's a compliment and it always feels good, but there's nothing quite like, yeah, it's definitely better when it's coming from someone who doesn't like you or is generally very critical of you. Like, it's always more valuable when it's like, wow, this person that is very critical of me, was able to actually find value. So yeah, I'm kind of a backhanded compliment, though, if you think about it. I don't know. I mean, whatever. He did say, like, he said at one point, he started by saying, oh, yeah, your rapping is really good. And then he was like, honestly, I like your rapping better than your vlogging. You should stick to that. And he was kind of joking there, but I do believe that it was a genuine compliment. Yeah, I do believe it was a genuine compliment. But that's the thing. Like, at the end of the day, even if he didn't give me that compliment, I still would have continued rapping. Because I know I have value at it. I know that there are people who value it. That are like, yeah, you need to keep doing this. And the more people I hear that tell me that, the more I'm like, fuck yeah. And the more people that just come and show up and like, oh my God, you need to quit, lol. Like, I mean, those are the kind of people that honestly, like, anytime they hear of someone who's becoming a rapper, regardless of how good they are, they will just go and be like, lol, fucking cringe, you should just quit, you're fucking yeah. Like, there's actually really great rappers that, like, have started, like, really good careers that, like, started off with people being like, hey, fucking idiot, fucking lol, fucking idiot, fucking rapper, you need to quit. You need to just quit, yo. Yeah, that's almost kind of a meme on the internet. I feel like the minute anyone comes out as a rapper, some fucking mouth breather will poke their head out of their ass, out of the asshole of the internet to be like, lol, you should just quit. You should never quit, yo. Never quit as long as you know what you want to do, you know what you're passionate about. You should always fight for that thing, regardless of what anyone else fucking says or thinks. Anyway, that's been a stream, yo. I think I'm gonna go get something to eat. Yeah, I've been doing this longer than I even wanted to. Part of the rap culture to agree, being highly critical of new rappers. Yeah, it's kind of shitty. I think it's a very gatekeepy mentality. Everyone's got to start somewhere. Everyone. On any level. And by the way, you got to remember that no matter what field you're in, no matter what you're doing, whether you're trying to do a podcast or a channel, or you're just trying to make art in your own life, or, you're painting or drawing or writing or whatever the fuck you're doing. When people just go, fucking idiot, why don't you just quit? You suck. You gotta be charitable with yourself. And they're like, no, fuck you. I'm just starting out. I have a right to be bad for a little bit, but you only get better at anything by improving and learning and practicing and trying to get better. You think Eminem would be Eminem? Literally, by the way, a guy who was booed off stage his first few times trying to perform in front of anyone. Booed off stage. Imagine that. Imagine going and doing something in public you're fucking passionate for. You've been practicing. You're ready to do your fucking show or your rap battle or whatever. And you get booed off fucking stage. Because the audience thinks you're that bad in that moment. He could have quit. He could have been like, wow, okay, this is not my thing. This is not my thing. I do not have this natural talent. Or he could have done what he did, which was get better, practice, grow, learn. In every area, it's so extremely important. Growing and learning. Not letting your failures define you. But being okay with failure, not being afraid to fail, saying, yeah, we're all going to fail. That's what life is. That's how you learn. That's how you improve. You fail a little better each time, a little worse. You fail a little less each time, right? Each failure, at least if you're doing the same thing over and over and trying to like get better at it, each failure is less horrible than the last until you're finally good at something. Anyway, yeah, guys, I gotta go. I keep getting distracted by the chat. 8 Mile is such a good movie. It really is. All right. I love y'all. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Whatever this was, this video that started as like a lesbian, not exactly coming out video, but recontextualizing of my sexuality, and then, you know, whatever. Hey, I devolve into deep discussions of Hopium. That's what y'all are here for. And if y'all are enjoying, hit the like button, subscribe, consider becoming a Patreon. We got a brand new Patreon. We're gonna be doing another show in a week here. It's gonna be a movie commentary of the movie Left Behind. Watch. Feel free to become a patron. Only $2 a month gets you access to all the old private shows, which I've got to post all the old ones on the new Patreon, but I will here soon. But gets you access to all the private shows, past ones and the future ones, where I usually critique a lot of my old content. The one I did last night, I got really drunk. The show started a little slow, but once we got into the swing of things, me and Annie ripped on some of my old videos, some of the first videos I ever uploaded on this channel, and they are some top tier cringe, guys. If you guys want to watch me and Annie ripping apart some of my old, like, serious cringe videos, go check that out. Only $2 all right? $2. That's all it costs. Cup of coffee, all right? Buy me a cup of coffee, and I'll give you access to my my dope ass shit. All right, that seems like a fair trade to me. But hell yeah, even if you don't want to do that, feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, join my Discord so you can get notified of my streams, since YouTube sucks at notifying. Do all of that. But also just thank you guys for watching and hanging out and being so goddamn positive. I love it. I love you all. Spread the love, spread the hopium. We will see y'all next time.